Hi guys, PLO Warrior here. I haven't made a video for about 2 months, so I'm back now. Gonna be making more videos. I thought I'd make a video of this tournament. Basically, couldn't sleep last night, and so I thought I'd just play some poker. I was just playing PLO. I just thought I haven't played a MTT for a while, and I haven't played Hold'em either for a while, so I just played this tournament. It was just a little tournament, but I thought it'd be interesting to make a video anyway, because I play tournaments a little bit unorthodox, and you know, it looks a bit crazy, but I feel that that's the way that I'm comfortable playing, and I'm not going to change it anytime soon. So let's get into it anyway. This is like the first level of the tournament, basically. I might just show winning and losing hands. Playing generally, this is a rebuy as well, so people playing quite loose in that. So okay, I think 8-6 is the first hand we play. This guy opens to 20 and we raise to 80. Obviously, I mean, he doesn't open, he just limps 20, so we just isolate him, and this guy 3-bets and this guy calls, and I just make a terrible call, but you know, it's a rebuy and it's a little tournament and we can flop some good draws and stuff. So okay, we just fold that hand, no problem. Like I say, I quite an unorthodox style of play. I'm just really loose and splashy, so yeah, that's pretty bad. I was just shoved for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but like I said, I don't really care. So we lose and then we rebuy, I guess. So I might just see the hands that I only win or lose. Next hand is here. Pocket queens we have. Standard 2-bet really, a little bit on the bigger side. This guy cold calls from the small blind, so he's supposed to have a strong range, but you know, this is a low buy-in tournament, so people can have any hands, but yet he has jacks, so he sucks out, so fair play. We rebuy. We've got 8s. This guy just opened shoves for like what is it, 100 big blinds. So yeah, we obviously call. Yeah, any pair, well, not any pair, but we want to get a stack sooner rather than later in this tournament to put pressure on the other people. The payout structure is really top heavy, so you have to literally come on the final table to make any decent money. So we haven't got any interest in min cashing or whatever. So okay, so next hand, ace-8 on the button. This guy opens 3.5, and we just flat call with the ace-8, which is fine. I don't mind just free betting here, but like I say, it's the early stages of the tournament. The rebuys are still in progress. Don't expect much fold equity. So it all checks round. It's really slow. Does it check round? No, this guy bets here. Oh yeah, it does check round, and then he bets the 10-10-6-6, so obviously we call with ace high. This guy flat calls as well, and then the 10 comes out. I remember this hand, this is hilarious. This guy bets 40. Obviously looks like a split pot most of the time. So yeah, whatever, we call 40 into like 1400 and he has a 10. Lol. So yeah, well played you. Yeah, we opened the Queen 9 to 2.5x, no problem in that. Foot middle pair. Let me see bet it. Now the ace comes. I mean, he can have a king, obviously. He can have, you know, Queen 10, 10 jack, any flush draw. He can just, such a low buy-in tournament. People can literally have any pair. You can even have a pair of sixes. So I decided to bet. I decided to turn my hand into bluff on the ace, and he calls again. And unless I shove the river, there's not much point doing anything here. So yeah, I check, and he shows ace 10. So he floated me on the flop and then got there on the turn. So ace king under the gun. We open. Flop trips, and I just want to start building the pot, so I just bet half pot and they both fold. So it's hard for them to have anything, but I don't think they're ever really putting any money in the pot anyway. So like I say, I want to get as much chips as possible, or bust early. We open ace 10, or did he open ace 10? I think he might have opened ace 10. Yeah, I'm making a terrible call here. Like, I know I'm beat and I just get it in anyway. So this guy has ace king, but it wasn't for that many chips, and you know, we want to get all the chips, baby. This guy min 3 bets. I just flat call, which is fishy. But this was at 5 o'clock in the morning. I started playing this game, so I was not playing perfectly at all. I choose the 3 bet, the king queen suited obviously, and I have to go out, get all the money in if he shoves. And he has 8-6. It's quite funny because he actually just called the 3 bet. He just flat called the 3 bet here, and then there's one pot size bet left on the flop, and he just shoves into me with 8-6. So that's amusing. Okay, next hand we play is pocket 9s. This guy opens, min raise. I just flat call. Would prefer a 3 bet to be honest, but you know, it's fine. Flop quads. Hard to get any real money here. So it checks around to me and I just bet 180. Obviously I don't want to chase everyone out of the pot, but I want to stop building the pot. They all fold to this guy, who calls, and yeah, pretty much a brick on the turn. So we still want to get some money in the pot. 900 in the pot, so I bet just over half the pot, and he calls again, and I think he can have a lot of flush draws here. I mean, he's not going to call anything else, so I shove it all in. If he has a busted draw, like if he has 7-8 or something like that, or maybe a pair of 7s, he's going to fold anyway. So I shove on the river. He's got 4,200. I got 4,200. There's only 2,000 in the pot, so I overshove, hoping that obviously he has the flush and he's calling me, but no joy. He did not have the flush. And then the very next hand we get 7s. And this guy opens. I just flat call. Not a terrible flop for 7s. This guy pots it though. And I just flat call. It's pretty awkward. Yeah, I have to fold the turn, I think, definitely. He just potted both streets, yep. Jack 5. There's no antes yet, I don't think. It's just Yeah, so I opened Jack 5 obviously on the button. Well, it's not obviously, but I, I open a lot. I try to steal all the chips. So a C-bet for value, obviously, like 300 into 450. He checks again, I'm still betting here. And he just goes and folds, which is fine by me. King 7. Flop the flush when we defend. Not bad. So we check around to the razor. Bets 520. I just shoot a flat call here. Obviously, I don't want to raise and chase this guy at the pot. This guy can re-raise if he thinks I'm calling weak. So pretty obvious call. And I just shove the 10. It's not. I don't see him bluffing with anything. And if he has just like maybe he has like a 10 of clubs or something, he's not going to bet that card. And if I shove here, there's a chance he can call with a weak club or something, so or a pair. Whereas if I check and a bad card comes off, he can just check and give up. So yeah, we win this one. So we got 7,500 chips. So we're trying to get a nice chip lead to steal more chips off people. It looks like we're doing okay so far, even though we've rebought a few times, so that's fine. So we open Ace Jack and C-bet 280 into 400. I know my C-bet sizing and my bet sizing in general is pretty wrong for tournaments, because I generally bet on the larger side. So he has King 4 and he wins this one. We open Jack 10 to 2.5x, and this big blind calls. I expect this board to hit him quite a lot. He can have quite a lot of pairs on this board. I mean, I've only got 8 hands on the guy in this tournament, but he's played half of his hands. So anyway, I did decide to delay C-bet here, and obviously when we turn the 8, it's a pretty good card. He checks, so we obviously bet just over half the pot, and he check raises, like check min raises. I don't expect him to ever have a flush here, really. So I have a pretty easy re-raise all in. And he calls with the 5. Lol. So next hand, so we're up to 9,200 chips. We're trying to keep the pressure on because we want to win the game. So yeah, we raise pretty standard C-bet, and he just flat calls. On the deuce, I'm not sure what I do here. I could see me betting again, but I don't really mind checking back. We have a lot of showdown value, but he just folds there, which is fine. It seems to have frozen on me here. Oh, it's okay. Okay, the ace 10 suited. Yes, I mean, it's just guys limping. It's just we're just gonna try and punish them, even though we're raising small. We're risking like 250 to win 350. It's just immensely profitable, and people aren't 3-betting enough. So, as predicted, some of them fold. This guy limp folds under the gun. It's just terrible, terrible. Really bad flop for us though. So we just check back. Now that ace comes, we do enjoy the hand a little bit more. So I'm just betting there, a little bit over half pot again, and they both just give up. So that's fine. We're up to 10,000 chips now. this guy opens a 200 min raise, and I decide just to 3-bet my hand. I mean, you know, everyone's folded, and he's just min opened. I've got no hands on him, but I don't have hands on anyone at these stakes on these tournaments. So this was a rush tournament as well. Okay, so yeah, with 3-bet, and then obviously ace 10 8. we have to c-bet really if we're repping an ace. I mean, we can check back, but I think generally against weaker players, you just want to c-bet ace high boards really, even if you have a pair and you're essentially turning your hand into a bluff. So, but yeah, he calls, and then we just check fold the 10, and he pots the river. So pretty easy give up there. So we're down 9,000 chips now. This guy ES shoves, and we just flat call. And this guy leads out, so I expect him to be strong. He's betting into empty side pot, so yeah, he is. He's got a hand. Things keep popping up. Okay, so we open 2.5x under the gun with ace queen suited. Only got 2 hands in this guy, but he's played both his hands, so I mean that's very small sample size obviously, but I have a relatively easy call here. Yeah, I mean he doesn't even have unless you have like 15 big blinds or something. So anyway, we call, and he has king jack. So we're up to 14,000, well 13,500. We open queen 3 because we're on the button, our favourite place, and flop top pair. He checks, we bet for value obviously, and he checks again, still betting for value, and pretty close whether to value bet this river or not. I probably should. I did not value bet the river. And he had a 10-2. I mean, people probably call with that, but if he has like king jacks or stuff like that, or just gut shots that missed, he's not. He could easily have a better queen than us, so it's not a super clear value bet. But this guy shoves, and he's got just 11 big blinds or something, so we just flat call and take him out of the tournament. Now we're up to 17,000 chips, so we have most people covered at this point, which is nice. Gonna keep the pressure on. Ace king under the gun, very obvious. Raise and all in, and we lose the 10s against the 10s. This guy limps, so I just want to raise on the bigger side, side, because people aren't folding. Like, people are calling with king jack and king queen suited and hands like that to pretty big raises. So I just want to be betting on the bigger side when, and this guy just folds, which is just, you know, it's funny. So this guy flatted pre-flop, and this guy leads out for 1,000, and I don't really love the board. The thing is, it doesn't really make any sense for me to be raising and then folding. Like, he bets 1,000, I can't really bet 3,000 and then fold. So I'm just shoving here. Like, hopefully he puts me on a hand like ace king or something like that. Obviously he can call with any jack, any 10, any flush draw. So that's fine. And we don't play a hand for a little while. So we open jacks. quite slow, this thing. I tried to do it on the replayer on full tilt, but I can't seem to get the hands up. Okay, so we're c-betting. Yeah, we didn't have many chips left after that. So we're up to 20 bags. They're just like limping again under the gun, so we raised them, tried to punish them, and they just both flat call. Under the gun checks, middle position check, so we just bet half pot and they both fold. Easy money. Yeah, we defend with 10 jack suited, that's fine. But the guy bets pot here, and I don't really like that, although he is c-betting 100% of his hand so far, but I've only got 11 hands on him, so it's probably just one hand, to be honest. So he flat call, which is not really great, but you know, can't just fold top pair every time, and he just over shoves the turn, so obviously he just has a pair, queens or kings, and he's just not very comfortable playing post flop. Just wants to end the hand. So jack 6, I decide to raise here. This guy limps, and you know there's 600 in the middle, near enough. I just raise big, and I know it's a bit of a crazy thing to do, but I just have a feeling they're just limping weak hands, you know, and I just end up betting for value here on the flop now that we flop a pair, and he just folds. But you know, I'm going to probably win that hand about 70% of the time anyway, when they're just limp calling and just, you know, basically giving the pot to me. So, like I said, I have an unorthodox style anyway. I just do a lot of weird things. Okay, so this guy limps, and we don't want to let him see a flop, so we obviously raise him with a7, and he just donks into us like half pot, and I just think that's really weak, so I just flat call quickly. And the deuce, he checks, and then I think he's giving up, so we just bet half pot, and he just gives us his money. So play a hand for a little while here. We have aces here. We get quite a lot of bad flops for our pocket pairs in this game, actually. So it goes limp, under the gun +1, and then min raise. So we basically min raise again, which looks really strong, but you know, I don't know if these people know that, but I don't expect this guy to be calling a raise and a 3-bet, so I expect him to be folding, really. So see what happens. Yeah, he folds, and then, you know, I expect this guy to call most of the time, pretty much all the time. So yeah, he flat calls, which is perfect. We only wanted to get it heads up. It's quite a bad flop for our hand, really. And he just dunked into us for like 840 into 3,100. And yeah, you can have a lot of 2 pairs, a lot of pair and gut shots and stuff. So I don't want to raise here and just get the money in. So he just flat call, and you know, the spade comes, and it's good in that we have it in the ace of spades, but you know, any jack now, king jack, queen jack, even 10 jack, any hands like this, king queen, you know, flush draws, we're beat quite a lot of the time here, I think. So we just flat call, obviously hoping to hit a spade or a jack, and the river is a 9, and he just overshoves into us, so I have an easy fold, really. I think I didn't really think about it too long. It's just a terrible board, you know. We fold aces every time in Omaha, so whatever. So we have kings a couple of hands later, and yeah, this is quite interesting though. I just decided to overshove here, and it worked out because I do this sometimes. I didn't go all in, because you know, some people aren't paying attention. So like, you know, he's raised to 840, he's raised to 840. I raised to like 20,000 or something. Sometimes if they're not paying attention, it looks like 2,000, because obviously if you go all in, you know, they can see that you're all in because it says all in, so they pay attention. But this really interesting. He bets 840, he flat calls. I bet, you know, 19,880 with pocket kings, which, you know, a lot of people say is just stupid, but you know, I'm unorthodox, baby. This is my style. I do silly things in a silly game. Let's hold them. Yeah, so you fold, and then you know, we've pretty much got almost 100 big blinds here. So this guy flat, this guy folds, and the guy that just called this guy's open. He flat calls, so that made me think that he might have thought my raise size was actually 1,988. It must be, because when you see his hand, I mean, well, and I mean, he doesn't shove it all in like pre-flop. You know, I've only got 500 chips left, so obviously we flop the stones, and yeah, he has ace 10, so he got in 100 big blinds basically with ace 10 when, you know, you can't really ever have a good strong hand because this guy opened and he just flat called, and you know, but it's quite incredible, that one. Okay, I'll have to stop the video and make another part here.